with the hourly just to make it quick. So I made 217 on this today, and I was gonna say just completely disappeared. So we swept these 4-hour lows right here, and then we had these 1-hour lows all the way down here. Came down, swept those out. On the 15-minute, I didn't really see much happening. It just you start to see movement up, but I normally look for a high time frame sweep, 5-minute break of structure, and then a 1-minute fair value gap. Today I kind of got the opposite of that, if that makes sense. So we had the break of structure, but we didn't fully break to way up here, and I can mark that out. So we didn't technically break to way up here at this purple line, but we did have this little tiny, not this fair value gap, but we did have this little tiny one right within here. So that would count. I was just kind of hesitant because I didn't actually see the full 5-minute break yet. So ideally I could have saw this, be like, hey, at least we're closing above and we're moving in that direction. Could have held this wherever, and then still targeted this end of this 5-minute fair value gap. But I wanted to wait for it. I saw this 5-minute break, and I was kind of waiting to see if we were going to get re-entry within here. Unfortunately, we do not, but I do see the way that the market is going and the way that ES already had a ton of movement, which I can show here. As you can see, it had a lot of motion to the upside. This was its 5-minute high that it needed to break, but it moved really, really fast. So I was expecting NASDAQ to do the exact same thing, which is why I got in on it. Kind of in a weird spot, so it wasn't I got the break and then a tap in. It was more a tap in, eventually a break, and then I just kind of looked at it was just bullish order flow. So I was like, all right, yeah, I know exactly where we're going. Because if ES was sweeping out these hourly highs that were way over here, I was like, yeah, we can definitely come in over here to the 5-minute, fill in this 5-minute fair value gap, which also happens to be a 15-minute fair value gap, which also is, I guess, not an hourly, but I guess at that point it wick through to fill it. But yeah, so pretty much, again, it was just the hourly sweep, a 5-minute break of structure eventually. In this case, I got the 1-minute fair value gap and then the 5-minute break. So ideally, if I was watching this a bit more carefully, I wasn't watching it the most careful by any means. But if I were to just hold to there, I'd probably still have just targeted this exact same spot. I probably would have let it run all the way, to be honest. So that's 304, but I got 217, 2 contracts on NASDAQ. So that's going to be it for today's trade recap. I'm just going to be posting these out there to help me journal, help me see what I see, help you guys see what you see as well. I know a lot of guys like TGR Trades or More Trades, Johnny Options, a few other guys out there are doing videos like these. I figured I am trading. I'm working towards my first funded account right now. So it's why not just post the journey? Eventually, over time, you guys can look back at it, I can look back at it, and just helps everybody out. So that'll be it for today. I may or may not trade tomorrow, but if anything, I will probably be back Friday. So that'll be it. I will see y'all in the next one. Later. I love